fancy cars, new versions of smartphones, and many more materialistic things. Society makes us believe that we need to have all these trendy things in order to feel like we belong. As humans, we end up buying things that are not really necessary. What if we tell you that, in the world of finance, especially when it comes to consumption, less is more? Material things may bring us momentary delight and satisfaction, but it strays us away from financial freedom. This is the secret minimalists want you to know. This is why in today's Finance Aligned video, we'll be looking at how minimalism can help you reach your financial goals. We'll be sharing to you the different tips and habits minimalists do in order to help them save money. But before we get started, if you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can join a community where learning about finance is welcomed and encouraged. You can also click the notification bell so that we can notify you whenever we post new videos online. Now that we've got that covered, let's get straight to the video. When you look at social media sites, blogs, and basically around you, there's a high chance you will encounter the term minimalist. In fact, the practice of minimalism has become one of the most popular and most followed concepts during the recent years. Now, you may ask, what is extreme minimalism? Minimalism, as the name suggests, is using less resources by making the most out of what is already there. Living as a minimalist means that you only buy things that you are fully aware will serve its purpose. If a minimalist sees an item, no matter how cute it is, they will not buy it if they do not have a place where they will place it. This is the kind of simple lifestyle where people who participate only wish to live their lives with the things that are necessary. Aside from it helps you get away from peer pressure, minimalism can also help you save a lot of money. If you want to start your journey with this practice, you should be aware that this is an ongoing process. You should always aim to look for ways to improve or modify your minimalism. For starters, you can clean up your home or space and organize it. In this way, you don't only declutter but also get to see which items you use the most and which you barely even touch. If you have a lot of things, you can now give them away or sell them for a cheaper price. Then, you should establish a consistent and healthy budget. This will help you get only the things you need, thus resulting in a significant cutoff from your expenses. Do this consistently and you will no longer worry where your money went. Well, enough with that talk. Let us now go to the main event. Finance Aligned has compiled for you the different tips a minimalist can give when it comes to saving more money. Here are some of them. Number 1. Prioritize quality over quantity. When someone is living a minimalist lifestyle, this does not mean they are automatically banned from shopping or buying things online. In most cases, it's a good thing if one is a minimalist because they are very intentional in their purchases. Part of this intentionality is their standards on buying things. In order to save money, a minimalist would recommend you to just go for quality over anything else. For instance, if you tell a minimalist that you need to get new clothes, they would suggest that you buy a capsule wardrobe. These are pieces of clothing with good quality, neutral designs, and would last you a long time. To them, it's more acceptable if you pay a higher price tag instead of buying different things at different times. This is also the same with buying a smartphone. If you ever need one, a minimalist would tell you to go get a brand and a model with trusted quality. You should choose one that is efficient for you and you know would last for a long time. Even when it's at a higher price range, it'll let you save a lot because you know your gadget will not get broken for a long time. This is a good practice to start off. Plus, you also cut down on waste. Number 2. Make use of the digital world. Sources of entertainment like books, comics, and movies have evolved so much ever since it was first introduced to humanity. Instead of having those bulky hardbound covers of books and comics, we now have ebooks and PDF versions of them. Instead of having movies stored in CDs and DVDs, we now have movies stored in smartphones and online databases. Now, we have digital versions of all types of entertainment that we enjoy. For a minimalist, it's better to stick to these digital platforms than buying the physical copies of these things. In this way, you'll be able to save resources from preserving books or DVDs because you store them digitally. You won't get worried of your books being torn down because you cannot do that to digital copies. Unless you delete it, you most likely will have a lifetime access to these digital copies too. In just one click, you're able to enjoy the movie in the comfort of your own home. However, if you like the feel of physical books, you should go check out your local library first. Maybe they have something in store for you. This is most likely free to borrow too. Number 3. Declutter and eliminate. One of the first steps of minimalism is to cut down things you do not need. You can only do this if you have gone through the process of decluttering your place already. This means you need to sort out the things you have in your house. Label them accordingly as things that you need, things that serve its purpose, and the ones that you do not need. If you've done this, you can now proceed to removing items that do not add value to your life. Always remember that the core of minimalism is to use what you only need. You can either get rid of those you no longer need by throwing it away or selling them if they are still in good condition. You can post a product listing on Facebook Marketplace and other selling platforms too. In this way, you know what you need on the daily and where you can find them in your house. It also helps you save a lot because you get to have an inventory of your home. Hence, you reduce the risk of buying things you already have. Plus, selling those you no longer use can also generate money. Number 4. Invest in reusables. Single-use products are not only a menace to the environment, but it also leads you to spending more money than you should. Every time you buy bottled water, you do not only pay for the water, but you also pay a large portion of the price for the packaging of the plastic bottle. Imagine buying them every day. That would be buying 7 plastic bottles you'll only throw in the end. This is why minimalists strongly suggests that you opt for reusable items. In the case of buying water, instead of purchasing bottled water every time, it would be more efficient and money-wise for you to buy a water bottle and bring your own water anywhere you go. In this way, you don't only save money, but also help the environment by lessening the plastics used. There are also stores who give you discounts when you bring your own water bottles, coffee cups, and even utensils. Moreover, there are also stores that offer different items, such as shampoo and soap in reusable containers. If ever you buy from them again, you just need to bring the container and they'll refill it. This will help you make sure that you are paying for what you are using only. Number 5. Know where to place everything. Have you ever experienced buying something online and not being able to open the package because you have nowhere to place the item? This is the effect of buying on an impulse. You waste money on something you have no place for. Minimalists avoid this by being intentional in their purchases. Most of the time, minimalists have designated storage bins and organizers in their homes. If they can't find a place where they can put the item, they simply would not buy it. This is due to the fact that they know they would not need it and it would only be a waste of time and space. This is a great saving tip because it helps you stay in your budget because you do not buy things you do not need. Number 6. Invest in experiences. People say that you need to buy something out of the salary you make to remind you of how much you're making. This is also a way of rewarding yourself, but for minimalists, it's better to invest in memories and experiences rather than material things. This can be through the form of trips, classes, and other experiences. Minimalists know how precious their budget for recreation is, so they are intentional in spending it. If you do not have to buy those expensive headphones, you can divert the money for a vacation or a trip instead. Material things also get damaged or depreciate over time, but your memories help you learn more. Number 7. Spend less money. Minimalists are known to be great at saving because they know how to spend less than what they earn. They find satisfaction in having fewer yet completely useful possessions. They do this by cutting down on necessary expenses. For example, instead of going out for dinner, they go home and cook their own food. They don't only save money but also get to eat a meal they prepared, which ensures its quality. Minimalists also avoid getting into seasonal fast fashion trends but choose to buy a few high-quality, versatile items. This does not mean having a boring closet already because minimalists also ensure that they buy items that they can mix and match to get new looks. Since they use less things, they also have fewer items of furniture. In this way, they don't only save money but also save their space at home. Plus, they try to cut down their expenses in terms of entertainment subscriptions too. If they can get a cheaper subscription, they will choose this instead. Number 8. Sell old possessions. The moment you start simplifying your life and lessening your possessions, you'll notice some items that no longer spark joy for you. What minimalists do is they gather all these things and sort them out depending on their conditions. If the item is still okay, they will consider selling it online or through thrift shops. In this way, they eliminate what they do not need and at the same time make money out of it. Number 9. Budget your money wisely. Part of being a minimalist is having a simple budget. Instead of having complicated and overly labeled ones, they build simpler ones because they believe it's easier to manage and it's easier to stick to them this way. You can first consider a budgeting plan. There are budgeting plans that give you control that you need, just like the 50-30-20 budget. With less complexity and minimal regular time commitment, you get to have the basic needs when budgeting. You also need to automate your savings. This means that if you can, set some scheduled transfers for your savings and retirement contribution. Every time you receive your salary, your savings will automatically be deducted from it, so you would not forget or would not have to face the challenge of potentially compromising it for your expenses. There are even minimalists who live frugally so they can gradually increase their savings to build more funds. It's also important that you choose a bank that offers the services and interest rates that are best for you. Consider combining your various 401ks and HSAs from past companies into a single brokerage if you have such accounts. Do your homework and stay away from tax-related events. Number 10. Avoid high interest. By finding happiness in spending less money, minimalism might assist you in avoiding debt. You can do that to lower your level of living and live comfortably within your means. You'll be less inclined to incur debt from retail purchases as a result. Also, as you develop the practice of saving, you'll be less inclined to turn to credit when you do need to make a significant purchase because you'll be more likely to have money saved up. Reducing your dependency on debt not only prevents you from getting into financial trouble, but it also makes it simpler to maintain excellent credit practices, like always paying on time and keeping your credit utilization ratio low. That ends our video for today. We hope you learned a thing or two. If you did, please like this video and leave a comment on the comment section below. We would love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, and reactions. If you want similar videos, do not forget to subscribe to us and click the notification bell so you can get notified whenever we post new videos. Until next time, bye!